Hello and welcome to another ConnectedMinds.ai podcast. Today I'll be talking about loneliness faced by adolescents. I understand adolescence is a weird time. It is a time for change, which is inevitable but also uncomfortable for many. With so many changes within ourselves, many adolescents feel lonely as they feel people around them cannot understand them simply because they don't understand the new developments within them. It's a stage of rapid change and confusion. However, it's also important to know that you can be part of a group and still feel lonely. With everyone trying to sail their way with the newfound emotional and psychological changes, many feel distant from their parents and peers. They think they can't tell people what they're going through, like no one will understand them. Peers, being equally confused at this stage, find it tough to express because the main focus is on seeking validation and acceptance. Parents report feeling disconnected from their children. You're no longer a child, but you're also not an adult yet. Sounds confusing, doesn't it? But let me tell you, it's not just you who feels this way at that age. Everyone is trying to find themselves, and in that, this constant stage of being confused is all right. Let me assure you that everyone is just working on accepting themselves and trying to find their tribe in this stage. Some people are hit differently by puberty. Some grow physically and cognitively differently. It's not easy trying to figure out life and feel lonely. But according to research, loneliness is also linked with depression, inability to regulate emotions, poor sleep, etc. Here are some tips that might help you if you're going through these emotions and feel like no one understands you or doesn't have people to share your issues with. Furthermore, assuming you realize a youngster or youthful grown-up who might be battling these sentiments, here are a few hints to impart that might assist with forestalling or lessening dejection. 1. Try to connect with others. Connecting with others is critical. This might be helping others out of luck, turning into a volunteer to offer types of assistance in your neighborhood, or joining a local area association. As you already know, we are social animals. Connecting with others gives us a feeling that we're not alone here. Sharing always helps. The cycle helps remove you from actual separation, yet the appreciation of interfacing with others is a consolation. 2. Get together with other people who are encountering depression. The method involved with discussing your own story and hearing the experience of others is regularly truly accommodating in not feeling so alone. People react empathically and in other passionate ways to the accounts of others. 3. Get a pet. There is an abundance of exploration on the worth of pets for enthusiastic prosperity. These connections also cause oxytocin's arrival as an outcome of a relationship. Pets offer active help and association. Focusing on pets is a cheerful encounter. They are our best friends for a reason. 4. Practice careful mindfulness. Numerous lonely people experience their circumstances as how life is. If you consider this your destiny, it might well prompt an absence of inspiration to change the things as an inevitable outcome. Recall that musings are not realities. Things like, I'm good for nothing, and no one enjoys me, or there is no expectation for interfacing with others, they all like another person, are instances of how we as a whole have musings that are exaggerated or simply unacceptable. The place of this sort of careful attention to change feelings is to recognize the considerations that are overstated or misshaped and afterwards work. With an advisor and afterward all alone or with a relative or companion to change this perspective. 5. Attempt to comprehend the reason why you are desolate. You might feel lonely in light of a critical misfortune, by being avoided from a gathering or a local area, or due to your perspective, even in the organization of others. It's genuinely essential to comprehend that depression is an individual inclination. Not every person who loses somebody feels forlorn. Some vibe dismal. Assuming you feel desolate even in a group, it is possible that before life you didn't have individuals around you who energized association, understanding, or empathic correspondence. By sorting out whence your depression stems, you can then track down ways of tending to it. The key is that dynamic battles requiring change must be tackled. Assuming we observe the main driver, make the best next strides. 6. Submerge yourself in inventive expressions. While you might observe yourself to be distant from everyone else now and again, captivating in human expressions can regularly give alleviation. At the point when we read a decent book, watch an enamoring film, or lose ourselves in music or a work of realistic craftsmanship, we might have the option to occupy ourselves from the excruciating sensations of sadness and further develop our mindset. Artistic expressions are interruptions, yet additionally, they have to recuperate properties in themselves. A little art or theatre never hurt anybody, right? 7. Join a local club or class. We people are pack creatures, not loners. Our cerebrums are wired for social communications and association. Networks are coordinated around missions strict, profound, political, and others. They unite us with shared objectives. They likewise assist us with feeling that we are essential for an option that could be greater than ourselves. Remember that while we trust you'll impart these tips to a youngster in your life, they are incredible for anybody, paying little heed to age. See you in the next podcast with more tips to keep your mental health in check.